Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. Within this video today, I've got two sections. One is for you all, and the second half is for my Patreons and my members here on YouTube. The first part of the video is very much linking into your multi-dimensional aspects, and within there are remembrance light codes. So really take on those codes, breathe those codes in, because they spark that inner light wisdom within inside of yourself. And as we move deeper into this video, we'll move into how to connect with that trait, with that aspect of ourselves. And remember, I am here, I am of service. So if you want to check out all my details below before you move into the video, do so, have a little look and see. But without further ado, let's get into the video and then go in a little bit more into answering, who am I? Da, gion okra macchiaton okra macchiatan okra makraki in okra bacchiata an asuma okra bayakia kon ocean okra bakreata man an okra kit en aisha man an okra kian to the osha nan an okra kit en aisha nan an nasha bekiramayata. I'm igniting my inner light wisdom. That's what I'm doing. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm igniting my inner light wisdom, meaning I want to remember all the rules of the game of how to play the game Earth. And as I rise into high levels of consciousness, I start to expand inside of myself the remembrance of how it all works. I can do this, so can you. Your ability to tap into your awakening, you wake up to remember out of amnesia how to do all of this, And this is what this channel is all about. So welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's get into the video, which is all about you being a speck on a speck. Now, Giano omo kol an ish na te ina a kai ui shi. Ala mano ko ya ntoka ana iwa ine ea. Man o makai osh ana kai mo kola kiatan asya makiata da a. Ala gone mesikian ola bahiana makiata da a. Remember, you are everything that there is or ever have been through all time space. Everything is a center of oneness, a center of excellence, of experiencing itself, and as a singularity spot within this existence, we exist. There you are, a speck amongst a speck of all things that is. And when you align yourself to other specks within the system, you can then bring yourself into a sense of oneness by the connectivity of all that you are. So if we take you out of the pot of all that is and place you in this pot alignment, in the physical form, you'll find yourself connecting to all aspects of yourself. Bong, bong, bong. But there will be some aspects that you haven't connected to yet, that there will be a distant memory of that aspect of yourself emerging through that will eventually connect to it. This is what we would call a multi-dimensional aspect, or an MDA. It's quite simple. Multiple is M, dimensional, D, aspect, A. Very simple. It's very, very simple. It's in plain sight, but unless you know what MDA means, you wouldn't know what MDA means. It means multiple dimensional aspect. And we are aspects of all things. And a question you may actually ask is, well, who am I? And this is a beautiful question that we've asked throughout the ages. And I talk about this all the time. Some of my videos cross-reference, but they need to cross-reference because it's the same subject but getting deeper into remembrance. Okay, so there are different codes that are in here, so remember to listen in the codes when these inner light wisdom codes come in. Okay. Kiano okra bakian ora, kana maso bakian otora, You could call this aspect of self anything you like. You could call this aspect of self anything you like, and this and this. All of it have an identification of who am I. So you identify with who am I. I identify. It is a name. It is a label. And because we're creator beings, we create who we are by the words in which we speak, which is the label. So the word is spoken and therefore I am. Okay, go. But within it, there is a sense of duality of when something is created, we can look at it from this side or this side. So our perspective is very important of who am I. Because within this perspective of it, I could actually see myself as my body and mind here, or I could see myself here, widening into all that I am. Okay, so I can see myself here, or I can see myself here, interconnecting with all of these different levels of consciousness. I can download the data inside of my body as long as I've got enough space within me to allow me to actually gather the intelligence and ignite that inner wisdom of light inside of myself here. The entwinement through all time space. And here we are looking at space. Alagianto kolomo korabekianta, anaman sobakyut on ora kiatan, and man ambakol in a makiatan esha, mana anova kush man enoto ana. Nan an anno ko lasha makokian ata, monomosha makitan asha makite, monomokra bakiantara anamakiatan, amalosha makitana a. Nana pakosha makitana ana, vaki amalokosha makiatana ora. Nana ana wokore bekina adede, avakisha makitana a. Okay, let me just translate that. Thank you. So taking a deep breath in. Kiada a. It is the possibilities of all things that you feel that you are. When you connect to things through all time space, the things become the thing that you are. It is not from a place of singularity of mind, body and soul. From that perspective, the soul is that the essence of the fractal of all that you are. But the movement into the heart allows you to ignite the pure presence within and download the data to embody all that you are. It is the multidimensional aspect integration that is the critical point of thinking within the mind of the rise into all that you are. We'll unpack this in a minute. Alagiana okorabakiten alamakulan ish na tak ituka na kuya tukun ti it ina a koya kutun okoya to tukun ulukua. And this is which is switching on within us, is we're starting to switch into different realms of understanding. And this different realm of understanding is starting to fortify within its own right, is starting to come online for us to gather the data within this consciousness connection as it starts to present itself, not knocking on your physical body, your physical energetic field. And within each of this layer of awareness that is coming into the earth, into our connection, into our matrix system, we're starting to able to access the data that is held within these levels of consciousness. And as we start to rise and fortify our own energetic field, our capabilities of aligning to ourselves starts to then get stronger and stronger and stronger. And then eventually we start to then connect with other realms of understanding within our reality as we start to connect with all that we are, which is multi-dimensional aspects when we talk about space, when we talk about different consciousnesses in the system. to answer the question, who am I? And the answer is always inside of yourself. If you hold a question, the answer is inside. We can look outside from different other people's perspectives, but that's about others. And when it comes to others, they all have a sense of truth. But within that truth, there's a sense of distortion. And within that alignment to you holding that truth that is somebody else's perspective will disenable you to spark your inner wisdom of light. So your wisdom will come on if you look inside of yourself. It's all inside. It's an inside job. This is outside. This is data outside of yourself. This is somebody else's illusion of being. And we can look to it to see different levels of awareness. But remember, it's all perspective. It's all perspective that comes in with their level of awareness. But it gives you a point of reference. And when you have a point of reference, then you can then work through and identify what it is that the universe is trying to show you through that vision of another. Your mind then can grasp hold of something that is physical for you to understand what it is that the universe is trying to show you through different types of media. Whether you're looking at this video as a point of reference, whether you're seeing the unk in the background or the dragon or even the duck or the plant or myself or the only way is up. There are messages that will come at you from this content that will allow you then to start to see and to shine. As I looked at myself here as I'm talking and I saw in the distance this in the background, it actually made me think of the lung, which is another part of the journey that we can actually look at with the connectivity with the lung and our breath. And I want to continue this particular video in with this understanding of the breath. And then I'm going to align that and bring that full video in for my Patreon group. So if you want to bring in this extra bit of information into your awareness, come and join me on my Patreon group. I have a 7-day free trial if you want to access that. And if you want to continue and support me on my journey and also access lots of other exclusive information, come and join me on there. But before we actually do go into that, I just want to finish off with just a few more little tidbits of information. Alagianto o maloko baka ine loko isha na kwatene e man anabako ishana etwana akaye man amakora beshana e tokana mesha bagata ana antuk uloko shamakiata na asha. It is about the connection that is critical here, that we have the connectivity of the things that we want in our life to resonate with us. Because if this energy holds a plus, and it is acceptable to us to align to because the frequencies are matching in vibration, then therefore you will then want to experience the connection. And then if you don't, we can detach from the connection with the knowing that we can detach if the level of consciousness is holding more of a vibration of negativity. We would want to sever that connection and then take it out of our awareness. So we are connecting to and letting go of different fractals of ourselves through all space, all levels of consciousness. When we look at time, it's a completely different subject, a completely different video. This is the quantum space continuum. Alakianto oren bakaite e, man an oren bakai enta e, nan an agra unto e, dan amore ancretete e. Now, within this, there is always going to be a primary perspective that you descended from into the embodied state. And this is what many people sort of talk about when, what starseed am I coming from? Where is my primary focus of vibration that I descended from the star system, a starseed? Which starseed am I? And this question then will be answered from a place of identification for the mind to understand where was the last incarnational looping system transition from one space to another in descent into this matrix system. And yet again, this is again a fractal of who you are, a multidimensional aspect. Remembering we are all things, we're all things. Now, so you might then identify with a Pleiadian aspect, and therefore your template holds a similarity to that format of Pleiadian. So my primary focus point is about emotions, which is all to do with the Pleiadian aspect, and I download data into that. It holds a resonance of angelic, and which is another subject in itself about the fractalization of different aspects. But within it, it holds this sort of energy that is more of a is more prevalent within my energy. But there's also different aspects of myself that are more of the Arcturians over here. And I'm just trying to spell it, but I'm just going to put arcs. And within that sphere, I can download data to upgrade people's templates to connect to high levels of consciousness. And that's my mission here, is to assist you all in downloading your data. And also within this, these aspects may also need healing. So sometimes when we're not getting the data in or connecting to multidimensional aspects, is because there's a bit of a fractalization within the connection where I can't get the connection. It's a bit on and offy. The connection is an all flowy flow state. So that's what I do. I plug you in, heal the multidimensional aspect, integrate it into the system, release the data that no longer serves you, that is of more of a negative ilk, create space, and then download who you truly are. So if you want to join me on that, if you want to have a little look at that, come and join me on my I've got a WhatsApp group actually, if anyone wants to join me on there, but also my website. So 1-to-1, I can go in and adjust you to connect with your multidimensional aspects. So keep that in mind if you feel drawn to and if that resonates. Ala gianto oma kula gianto ogra, gianta tarisi makiatam. Ala makianto ogra bekiana tasha makiaton mokora basha. But the ultimate goal is to ignite your inner light wisdom within. Now, however you do that, you've got to get rid of the junk within your trunk, and you've got to awaken up, ignite the remembrance of who you are, that you're more than the body and mind. Start releasing the layers that are distorting your awareness of who you are. And then you work through the process of moving the body. Look back all of my content here to assist you into the rise. Now, when I started off on my journey, I started off with a big uffiness, very suicidal. If you actually look at some of the content that I've worked with different people, you'll see through the video contents on different channels that I've been interviewed on, which I want to start getting out there a little bit more within that understanding of talking about my story, is that from a suicidal Nicola, I've now presenting information like this. So if I can do it from that place of the depth of my emotion, and to get in absolute words in my head, go kill yourself, go kill your family, go do this, which is another subject in itself, is that from that state of mind that I was identifying with, I've moved through the journey of it purely through meditation, breath work, all the alignment of all of the information that I hold in my 8 program, which is something that I am working on to embody and to get that more into something that will assist you, and I'll be working on that. I'll bring more information on that later on. So I'm beginning lots of information about how to assist you all. I've got Udemy courses on light language if you want to check me out there. Watch out for my 8 program that's coming online, which is going to be amazing. Look on my Patreon group as well. I've got playlists talking about central column of lights, meditation, group work. I'm here, I am doing my thing, and I'm here 2.0 Nicola Light. Okay, I'm very enthusiastic today. I don't know if you could tell, but it's our connection to all that we are that we need to start to connect to, and then we let go of that there. Now I'm starting to go around, talk around in circles, and I'm aware that I'm doing that. So I think it's about time that I stop and then continue this video. Around about 20 minutes, I'm going to now start speaking about breath work and this and into the lung. So if you want to join me on that video, as I just said, come and join me on there. If not, thank you so much for joining me. And within that, what I would love for you to do to see that you have listened right to the end is to place the comment dragon. Here he is, wearing his glasses. Come in and let me know that you got to the end of this video. Listen back to the video again to deepen into the codes that I bring forward. Okay, start to remember who you are now. Okay, ignite that inner white light wisdom and see who you are not. If you keep repeating cycles, patterns, all of that jazz, just keep going in deeper. This is not who I am. This does not resonate. Thank you so much, but it doesn't serve me. Let me move through into the evolution of my soul's journey. All of that beautiful stuff. Self-talk, words, blah, 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 blah. Deepen into remembering who am I. Okay. Oh, I'm really enthusiastic. I'm going to go off now, because I should just keep going on. Okay, thanks so much for joining me. Nicola Light. See you all soon. Okay, that went on a little bit, didn't it, at the end? Got very enthusiastic talking about all my work. The work that I'm doing, you know, guys, I'm so passionate about what it is that I'm